Welcome everybody back to the channel here. It's a great day today because Bitcoin has just broken out and is broken to the $61,000 mark. That is a very big deal because 62,000 was our all-time high. So now if we zoom in on this chart, we can see it's looking like a great chart. It's forming the ascending triangle. It's creating higher highs. And if we zoom in right here, we can see, so as you can see here, we see it trading at a 62 high. And from there, we got a quick rejection down, trying to break up through again, and then we got rejected again. So this past month, we've been consolidating in this area. And now, since then, we have broken out last night. We have broken out through, hit that $61,600 mark. And now we're trading here in this range. So what I would want to see from Bitcoin this weekend is I want to see it actually trading in this little range right here and continually using that $59,000 mark that was previous resistance for the last couple weeks, and I want it to be used as support. So that is what we want to see. Previous resistance right here, and right here, and right here, and I want it to be used as support. So we see it used as support right here. We need a couple more 4-hourly candles to confirm this, but it looks like it's already wanting to trade in this range. We might dip below on Friday. We might dip below in here and hit this $57,000 mark to later more confirm this upward trend line. But as we can see, it doesn't really have to do that at this point. Remember, weekends are the places where we see the most manipulation happening for Bitcoin. So we might see some dippage down here, but we are very close to the apex. Very, very close. So we can see no later than next week a big move with Bitcoin. That means a big move with all these altcoins and these Bitcoin miners. So if you want to take a look at my Bitcoin miner video, I'm releasing it soon too. So be on the lookout for that. But right now, Bitcoin is looking ready for a breakout. I see it very unlikely that it's going to break down to the downside. But remember, if we see a breakdown from the downside, over here we see a $42,000 price target. But for right now, what it's looking like is a breaking out to the upside with a $76,000 price target, 74 to 76. So it's looking very good for Bitcoin right now. Quick update. And we can also see here, if we look at the EMA ribbon, we are just going off that EMA ribbon, flipping it over, using our previous resistance as support. It is looking very good for Bitcoin. But let's get into our altcoins, because that is the purpose of this video, is to show you guys all the altcoins that I think have the highest potential of growth within the next couple weeks, because altcoin season just started and we're already seeing a lot of gains, huge gains, 40%, 50%, 60% gains on these small cap altcoins. Now, the altcoins I'm going to talk to you, most of them aren't as small cap, but we still see high potential, especially because they've been consolidating in a huge pattern. So these altcoins were hot a couple months ago, but since then they have been cooling off, consolidating just like Bitcoin, but now they're ready to make a great move. So we're going to list a bunch of these altcoins right now that you should have in your portfolio. Yet again, not financial advice, but these are all primed according to the charts to make a massive move in the next couple days. If you're finding this info useful, hit the like button and let's get started. Okay, so the first alt cap that is on my list for a huge breakout is Chainlink. Chainlink has been consolidating in this range of about $36 from its all-time high all the way down here to $23. So it's been consolidating in this huge area right here, bouncing off resistance and support for almost 2 months now, just the same as Bitcoin. So it's been ready for a breakout, and now we can see nice upward movement here, nice formation of a trend line going up right here through this channel. And now what happened, which is really important for this, is because we see this resistance box right here as previous resistance for almost a month that Chainlink couldn't get out of. But since we saw this flipping of the EMA ribbon right here, we saw it move upwards and start using it as support. And the most important part right here to notice is, remember, it's very crucial that previous resistance is flipped into support. And we can see here this resistance box, as of recently, as of a couple days ago, has been seen as support right here. Support here, support here, support here yet again. And we see that this upward moving trend line is actually coming closer and closer to its apex, which is a very crucial thing here too for Chainlink. We can see that there's not much room left to go from this ascending support line here to its all-time high. So once it breaks its all-time high, that's another rule too, is once coins break their all-time high, we see a massive move to the upside. And now let's take a look at what price targets we can see for Chainlink. This green line here, if once you see it on my charts, that's going to be the price target. So just a heads up right here, we see a price target for Chainlink in the short term to midterm at $45. And I'm going to show you exactly how I got that number. But we're going to use our fib retracements and our fib extensions to see our potential take profits and our price targets. We're going to take our high, which was $36.93. And we got this here on the 20th of February. So it was a nice big move up from the low 20s to almost $40. So that was a 2x move just right there. So we could expect greater things for Chainlink right here in the immediate future. So if I go from the high down to our low, our fib retracement area is pointing to a 1.618 or Fibonacci extension level of $45.16. So we can expect to see that. And also at the 2 level, a $50 Chainlink. So we're seeing massive gains for Chainlink right here. If we were to measure our percentage and change to this price target from the area right here, we see a 40% move. So that is very likely for Chainlink, especially right now. It's showing very bullish patterns. It's using its previous resistance as support, using that EMA ribbon. Its RSI is also, its RSI right here is also not oversold, not overbought. It's right in the middle. That's what we like to see when we see big pumps. And just like how we saw over here, we saw a big move to the upside right over here, big move. So we can expect the same thing to happen in the next couple days to next week, especially with Bitcoin doing so great, all these altcoins blowing up. We see Chainlink at a $45 price target. And what we're also seeing here is we're seeing a lot of confluence here, because when I did my fib retracement from our all-time highs down to our previous lows, we see this area right here, right where I'm drawing this line, as the golden pocket, and we see it as resistance as well. So apart from this resistance box, we see our golden pocket acting as resistance. And now if we zoom out, we also see it now acting as support. So now it's trading in this golden pocket range. So once it starts establishing it more as support, which it's starting to do, we can see that $45 price target. So it's looking really good for Chainlink. That's one of my top altcoins for this next bull run. Now let's look at our next thing, because also another thing for Chainlink is, look, if we look at the Chainlink to BTC dominance chart, this chart signifies the relationship of price with Chainlink to BTC. So right now, Chainlink, if you can see my thing right here, Chainlink is worth 0.0005 of a BTC. So it's a very small percentage of Bitcoin. But that is soon changing here, because if we look at this chart, we see that's also forming another symmetrical triangle ready for a breakout, which means the price of Chainlink compared to Bitcoin is going to go up. And it looks like it's going to go up and make a massive move to making it almost double at 0.001% of a Bitcoin. And if we take a look here, the breakout target for this Chainlink to Bitcoin chart is about a 80% move to the upside. So great things for Chainlink coming. And that is another reason why Chainlink is one of my top alts. Now let's take a look at crypto.com. So a lot of these altcoins that are blowing up are exchange coins. So what exchange coins are a digital currency exchange that a business allows customers to trade cryptocurrencies with, that you can use to trade between other coins. So exchange coins are really hot right now because these valuations for these exchanges are getting higher and higher. And if their valuations are getting higher, so are their exchange coins. That's what we saw with Binance. Binance was at $30 a coin like 2 months ago, and now it has increased to being the third largest coin at $500. Right now we can see BNB at 471, but it has gone insanely parabolic. And that's what we're seeing also with a lot of these other exchange coins. And crypto.com is set up to do an exact bull run like Binance. So crypto.com, let's take a look at that right now. Crypto.com is actually creating this gigantic symmetrical triangle here, starting at the lows of 6 cents, and now it's at 21 cents. So it's looking like a good potential breakout in the short term here too as well, with a price target of 36 cents. So from 21 cents to 36 cents, let's take a look at what the price target is. It's a 60% move. So that is a great move right there too. Remember, a lot of these exchange altcoins are blowing up right now, and crypto.com is ready to explode. So it is a very good opportunity to get into crypto.com. Yet again, not financial advice, but a lot of these exchanges are getting really high return rates. And a lot of this is starting now because Coinbase is having an IPO, an initial public offering, where they're releasing their stocks to the public. And since then, it has garnered an evaluation of $100 billion market cap, a huge market cap. And so if a lot of these people are seeing that Coinbase is having a huge market cap evaluation, then they're going to see a lot of these other exchanges have the same thing. And now since then, Coinbase has released their IPO release date. A lot of other exchanges have been playing around with the idea of also releasing their own stocks to the market. And that is a very good thing. So we're going to see a lot of these exchanges blow up. Crypto.com here, we see it, a 60% move coming from the symmetrical target breakout. It's looking at a 36-cent Crypto.com currency. Let's see how we got this price target of 36 cents. So we're going to use our fib retracement tool again. And we can see here, let's zoom in. If we get our high here, down to our low, we can see now it's still trading this golden pocket area. So what we want to see, if we get rejected, it looks like we got rejected from this point right here. But let's look at how many touch points. We got one. Oops. Let me turn off the magnet. We got one right here. We got another touch right here. Third touch right here. This is a confirmed trend line. And then we got one touch right here and two touches and the second touch right here. So what we can see happen is probably rejection down here. Another area to load at 19 cents, 20 cents. Then we can see a move out, breaking up, retesting this. And look, our retest could be right here at this golden pocket area. And if you bounce off the golden pocket area, we can see a massive move to the upside. Now let's look at our 1.618 fib retracement level to see where our next price target is. And here it is exactly at 36 cents. Our next take profit could be also at 0.4173 cents. So a lot of room to grow. A 60% move is very exciting for Crypto.com, as for all the other exchange coins. Now let's take a look at XRP. All right, XRP here, as you can see, it broke through the symmetrical triangle, making a massive move up to the upside. Our price target here was at this mark right here, which was at $1.09. And since then, you can see it's still moving to the upside. And you're wondering, will this come back down? Of course, we're going to have some sort of retracement in the short term, but XRP is looking really good. We can see here that XRP made this giant symmetrical triangle after years and years of consolidation right here. Nothing was happening for 3 years almost. And if we zoom out, if we go on the daily, we can see that this is happening right now. Our symmetrical triangle, boom, moved to a massive move to the upside. And we're seeing the same thing that happened here in 2017. So we saw a symmetrical triangle and then boom, a massive move for, let's see how long this was for. This was for almost a month or two. And we see a huge price target here of about $3. So what we currently see happening right here is our symmetrical triangle breaking out, huge move to the upside. And we saw this happen in 2017, symmetrical triangle, boom, huge move to the upside. So it is looking really good for XRP. Our next potential price targets could be at the $3 mark. So it is important for XRP to consolidate just a little bit until it's a huge move to the upside. But I see XRP going to that $3 mark. It still looking like a good time to buy. Yet again, not financial advice. And also with XRP, you have to be careful with this because it is one of those pump and dumps, and a lot of people are very interested in XRP right now. So that is another reason for you to be especially careful, know when to take profits, never put in more than you're willing to lose. Especially with XRP, it could be a little bit dicey, but we're seeing the same thing happen like in 2017, which is giving me confirmation that XRP can go to that $3 range up to its previous all-time high. That $3 mark is going to be very serious resistance, but at the same time, it looks like it has no trouble going back up there because we don't see previous price action. We don't see a lot of price action happening in that area. So if you look here, and what I mean by price action is, see how over here we have a lot of swinging right here. That's a lot of people buying and selling. And we saw the same thing happen right here. That's what we kind of saw, that this area here as a resistance for this 3-year long chart for XRP. But now since then, since going up in this area, we didn't see that much price action. We didn't see that much sideways movement. But if we look here, when we went parabolic, we didn't see that much price action over here. So it looks like it could be another easy run to go up to that $3 mark till we face another resistance right here. But as you can see, up to that $3 price target, right now we're at $1.30. We could see a $1.70 move to the upside. So pretty much more than doubling your money, more than a 2x. XRP is looking really good right now. Yet again, a word of caution, XRP can be very, very volatile, as you can see right here. So always be careful and put stop losses and take profits for XRP. Now let's move on to the next altcoin at Ethereum. All right, so Ethereum is looking very good here too as well. It has been forming the symmetrical triangle for months now. A lot of these had peaks. A lot of these altcoins had peaks at the February 20th mark where Bitcoin dumped, but it has since then been consolidating with Bitcoin in this symmetrical triangle pattern. It has then broken out, used this resistance box right here as support, and it's also supported by this daily EMA ribbon, and now it's moving to the upside. Now this one, since it's already broken out, we still see a lot of potential up here. Let's zoom in here and see more about this. So we can see here that it actually reached its all-time high yesterday at almost $2,200, which is crazy because Bitcoin started to pump. But what we like to see here is we saw a nice breakout, nice confirmation of the previous resistance box right here. Touch right here, touch right here. Now touching here and staying above it. Very good price action going on. We can see here the RSI is a little bit oversold, starting to get in that oversold territory. So expect another little pullback, especially during the weekend. But our price target still for Ethereum is $2,500. So we still have a move of, let's see right here. We still have a 15% here move, which is still a good move. And if you're using exchanges that allow for leverage like Bybit or Femex or BitMEX, then you can add leverage to it and increase it. If you want to do like a 5x leverage, then 5x, so 5 times the 16% move that's still available, that's a 90% move. So leverage is a very powerful tool, but remember with caution, if you're over leveraging, then there's a pretty good chance that you're going to get wrecked. So you don't want to get wrecked, but there's still potential for Ethereum to move up higher. And if you want to use leverage, you know how to use it, then by all means, there's still a huge move to gain from Ethereum. Now let's take a look at Binance Coin. All right, so Binance Coin is looking crazy right now. It has since broken out of symmetrical wedge pattern. Let me take this EMA ribbon now. Since then, it's been consolidating since also end of February. Broke out the symmetrical triangle here about a week ago. And has since then, from its low here at $260, it has gone up to almost touch $500, which is insane. My price target was met up here, and now it's using that as support. Now let's look at this fib retracement and what it's telling us, because from the high right here at $350 to the low here at $186. So this fib retracement has shown a lot of information here on why this price action was moving the symmetrical pattern. If we look here, remember that golden pocket's always going to be that little sliver right here, this little line right here, between the 0.618 and the 0.65. Let's zoom in a little bit more. But we can see here it was previous resistance, which is always going to be resistance if you're coming up into the golden pocket. Since bounced back, broke out, and now it's using the golden pocket as support. And so once you use that support, we can see a massive move, which we saw right here. And then we saw our first potential take profit at $449, and now it looks like it's going to our second take profit at $511. So it's looking pretty good for Binance Coin. Remember, Binance Coin is another exchange coin from Binance that has since blown up because these exchange valuations are going up so heavily. Binance, Coinbase, Crypto.com. But right now, Binance is a good coin to invest in. It's showing a nice movement up, a nice channel of movement up towards the upside. But what we want to see is we want to see a retracement down a little bit with Binance in order to get a nice position in. But if you're holding long term, I don't think there's any problem with just buying Binance. Yet again, not financial advice, but Binance has a lot of room to grow. It is only April, and by the end of the year, I think Binance can be $1,000 coin. It is looking overextended here on the RSI, and this is on the daily, so expect a pullback down here, maybe bouncing off the top of this RSI and staying up in this range for a little longer while altcoin season stays in play. But expect an area to drop down towards the middle and then for another move to the upside. So once this RSI starts going down towards either touching here or over here, that would probably be a good place to start entering in for Binance Coin. So let's take a look here at GRT. GRT is showing a massive move. So it moved up right here. It started off here at 27 cents and then since then gone this parabolic move right here. So remember, parabolic moves is looking like a J shape. So if you see this J shape and you're in that coin, it's probably a good time to take profits because as you can see, no one can really time the top or the bottom. So what you want is once you start seeing this J pattern forming, you know it's time to exit out. Especially because right here at the top of this J, we saw a huge move on the RSI, definitely overextended. That's when you want to take profit. And then always after an exponential move, you see a massive consolidation. So you're seeing this massive consolidation form this huge descending wedge pattern right here. But as you can see, if it holds and if it breaks through this price target, starts using it as support, then we can see another massive move to the upside. But then again, if it does get rejected, we can see another move here, another touch of this point, and then we can enter in for the retest to massive move. But remember, the price target for a falling wedge is the top of the wedge. So right now from $1.82, we could see a move to $2.87. And if we measure that move, just breaking out of this ascending pattern, we can see a price target movement of pretty much 135%. So a massive move for GRT. So for the graph, it's looking good for graph. Just notice if we do get rejected right here, we might bounce back up here. And then that's when you can start your position for GRT. Let's look at the fib retracement level also to see what other price targets we have for GRT once it reaches its all-time high. Also remember, all-time high resistance right here at the $2.86 mark. But if we break that and then find that as support, then we can move up and use our fib retracement as price targets. So let's do that right now. So let's zoom in here. We're going to be taking the high right here at $2.88, and then we're going to be taking our low here at $1.30. And we see here movement to the golden pocket, couldn't hold it, drop back down, more consolidation, more going towards the golden pocket. Yet it could not make it this time, so we saw more downside movement. Finding support right here on this descending support, finding another touch point here, another touch point here. So we got 4 touch points right now. So it's looking already ready to break out. Once we have more than 3 touch points on the resistance, just the more times, the more touches it has, the more likely it is to break to the upside or the downside if it's touching the support. So what's our next move for GRT? We could see a movement up here using this as support, this line right here as support, moving up. We want to break through this golden pocket because it's been massive resistance previously. So we want to make this now support at the $2.30 mark to move up to our next price target, which would be at $3.85. So let's add that here as our price target. So $3.85 is our price target for GRT, which is a really nice price target. If we look again from the breakout of this descending wedge, we can see pretty much 100% move. So GRT is also looking poised for the next coming week to break out and reach that ultimate price target of $3.85 for this bull run. Now let's take a look at Litecoin because everybody's been sleeping on Litecoin. Right now today, it has just made a 10% move. Still massive upside potential for Litecoin. We can see another symmetrical triangle. So you're kind of seeing a pattern here. A lot of these altcoins that blew up previously a couple months ago have since been consolidating, creating the symmetrical triangle. Now it's showing support also on the resistance that was this descending resistance. So we see nice consolidation. We see a retest of this resistance, now support. Now it's coming and it's reaching this all-time high. So the all-time high previously in February was $200.46. So now we can see that previous resistance was $246, and right now it's almost there. It's at $245. So any moment now we can see Litecoin break through its all-time highs, find this huge resistance as support, and then we can lift off to our next price target of $316. So if we take a look at that, what the potential could be for that is a 30% move. So all these moves are at least 30% for these next altcoins. So it's looking really good for Litecoin. Very bullish. And we can see here We might get a pullback because the RSI is starting to get to that overextended range. Expect a pullback maybe when it's over here. That might be a good area for buying in. We could see some potential consolidation here, even making this a huge, making it a huge descending triangle pattern too, which can make a bigger move to the upside. But for right now, we have to watch this all-time high area, breaking 246, using as support for a couple 4-hourly candles. And from there, we can move up to this price target of $316. And if we also look at the fib retracement, let's see what other indicators are saying for us too. So fib retracement going at the high, down to the low. So we're seeing here a price target of $300, which is also warranted because this $316 price target, it could get a wick up there. It could find $300 as psychological resistance because it has a lot of zeros in it. You know, 100, 200, 300. These are all psychological levels that a potential buyer and seller look at to see if that's a good price target to get in or to get out. So $300 is looking like a safe bet for this price target for Litecoin right now. Now let's take a look at Cardano, because Cardano has been doing nothing for a long time. And remember, always look at altcoins. When you're choosing what altcoins you want to invest in, always look at altcoins that are not doing that much. You don't want to enter in on a parabolic phase, because time and time again, parabolic runs have wrecked people because they all see it going crazy high. They just want to jump in. They want to make some quick cash. But at the end of the day, they're the ones that are getting wrecked, because once people are jumping in at the very top, that's when people want to sell. We can see that here because look, that J parabolic move right here to the all-time high of $1, and then we saw another run, unexpectedly another run up here, another J move up here to its eventual high of $1.50, and we saw that run because we saw some massive fundamental news. So that's the only reason why I saw two parabolic runs. But since then, it has been consolidating since also the end of February for these couple months right here. And that's what we want to see. We want to see a lot of consolidation happening right here. And now it is poised for another breakout. It could take another week or two, but it is looking very healthy right now. We're on this current upward trend line, and it looks like it's forming this huge ascending triangle, which is a very bullish pattern. But on the short term, it's looking like it's forming this nice small symmetrical pattern. So once we break through this, let's zoom in right here. Once we break through this resistance, you start using it as support, which is also the area right here is very important, because once we come up here using this as support and using our previous downward sloping resistance as support, we can see some movement here in this range until we start using this as support, and then finally a breakout here. So what we're looking for is a breakout from all-time highs, which is at the $1.50 mark. And from there, once we use that as support, we can blast off. And now let's look at our price targets for Cardano. So the price target that we're going to be looking at for Cardano would be from this huge ascending triangle or the symmetrical triangle. The price range is about the same. It's going to be a $2 price target for Cardano in the next couple weeks. Very exciting. Let's take a look at the price percentage move from that. A 41% move. So a lot of these altcoins, remember, are blowing up. Altcoin season is here, and we're seeing huge moves in a short amount of time. So if you're starting new to crypto and you want to get some gains quick and you want to hold as well, altcoins are very, very lucrative right now. So Cardano was looking like making a 41% move right now, hit a price target of $2.10. So let's pull out our fib retracement. So we're going to take it from our high down to our low. And we see here an exact price target of $2.14, and also another price target here of $1.89. So remember, that $2 mark is going to be pretty high psychological resistance. But if it blasts through that, we see a $2.14 Cardano here in the near future, and more confluence right here, touching on that golden pocket, hitting that golden pocket for almost like two weeks now. It's crazy how much this price has been squeezed in this little area right here. But remember, more consolidation, more potential to blast off. And as we can see here, we're starting to see, if we zoom in on that golden pocket area, we're starting to see wicks happen again into the golden pocket. So we want to see that become support right here break this resistance area. Also, we're seeing a lot of resistance here in this short area of $1.30 to $1.20 that we've been trading in for the last 2 weeks. Once we break that and we start getting support here on the 150, the $1.50, that could be a potential move up to that $2 price target, that 41% move to the upside. RSI right now not looking too overbought, but there still could be a chance where we have more consolidation in this area. Volume is still very low, which is what we want to see. We want to see decreasing volume in these shapes, in these patterns, especially with these symmetrical triangles, because the lower the volume gets and decreases, so the more we see a huge move to the upside. So Cardano price target is $1.90 and $2.14. All right, so that is it for my top altcoins for this week. They all have the potential to move up massively. They're all forming these nice bullish patterns, these symmetrical triangles, these ascending triangles, breaking all-time high, using previous resistance as support, which is all the stuff that's super fundamental to showing that a chart is looking good for more upside. If you have any questions or comments, and if you want to put your own altcoin choice right here for me to look at in our next video, why don't you drop it down in the comment? Make sure to like this. It really helps the YouTube algorithm know that you're enjoying this content, spreads it out to more people. So hit that like button. You don't even have to subscribe, but hitting the like button helps so much. All right, that is it for this video. Peace out.